welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. It is the NNN Show, and we're here to talk about something a little bit different or a little bit special. Now, you might have heard about the story of the Switch console having this guy here having a secret game in it, or something that's been packed into the operating system, which was NES Golf. Now, this was an interesting discovery, and people were kind of scratching their heads wondering why would this be the case, which was a little bizarre. I kind of scratched my head thinking, well, I'm not too sure why it's in there. However, a little more information and stuff has been happening ever since then. Apparently, the hackers and the homebrew community has found out that it may be a tribute to Iwata, which is seen as a... what's that term again? Omamori. Now, we'll get to that that term later on, what that means, Omamori. Now, what they found out was if you get a brand new console that has not been connected to the internet, so you got to get it out of the box and get it booted up and working, and you get the Joy-Cons detached, and you need to do a simple hand gesture, something like this. Does it look familiar? Let's try that again. Yes, that may be the Nintendo Direct directly to you sort of look that Iwata did during his Nintendo Directs. Now, some people might say, oh, that might just be a coincidence. You know, NES Golf, this sort of thing to get the game booted up on the console. However, you need to actually put in the date July the 11th onto it in order for it to actually fully work, which basically means that is the day that Iwata passed away, which is now a bit over 2 years ago. So it seems like that this is an actual sort of tribute to Satoru Iwata, and that has been a very, very interesting sort of derailment of news for today. Now, let me have a look. The Omamori, we're going to have a look at what Omamori is, because a little more information has come out saying that it could be Omamori. Now, the Omamori are sort of like amulets. So they're sort of seen as a lucky charm. So let's have a look at Wikipedia. The word Omamori, with Omamori, basically to protect. Originally made from paper or wood, modern amulets are small items usually kept inside a brochure bag and contain a prayer, a religious description, and all this sort of stuff. So really, it's sort of seen as different blessings and protections and things like that. And it seems like that's sort of the idea behind it. You know, the charm that is traditionally available at shrines and is kept unopened that offers protection, which is very, very interesting, which means that this thing can't technically be opened unless I completely wipe the console, clean slate, all the save files gone, and they're not connected to the internet. So if you haven't bought a Nintendo Switch, I guess this could be your chance to try it out. But I would say that it might not offer the protection, or, you know, lucky charm of Iwata, if you actually boot the game up. I think that's the whole point of it. Someone discovers it as a hack. People find out about it, but you never use it yourself. That's the whole point of it. Is that if you open it, its protection power is gone in a way. So what does this mean? This fairly huge tribute. This is on every console made, and there's about 6 or 7 million of them. And I think it really shows that Nintendo really, really loved this man, as you know, as much as the fan base did. And it is a little, yeah, it's a little emotional to sort of see that this kind of tribute to him, and it may be quite obscure, has been in all of the Nintendo Switches since day one. I think it's a lovely tribute, even if I don't think it's accidental. I think they purposely did it because of the date, the game that this, NES Golf was made by Iwata before his days of Nintendo, at HAL Laboratories, I would believe, or in between that period. And that you have to do the direct thing with the Joy-Cons. So I think this is such a lovely sort of tribute to the man himself. And yes, so it's quite amazing. It's quite an amazing thing, and I'm really, really happy about this sort of thing. And I might research more into this sort of thing. But it is a lovely, lovely thing, and I think it might get some Nintendo fans a little teary thinking about it. That, inside their console is an actual sort of tribute to the late CEO and, president of Nintendo. And I think that he would be very happy to see how well the Switch's success has been, and I think it's such a shame that he wasn't able to see that. And him towards the end, all he saw in reality was how badly the Wii U was, and I'm sure that he was determined to turn things around. But sadly, he wasn't able to see the end results and the big success that the Nintendo Switch is having now. And I think that's sad, but I'm sure that I'm sure if he was around, it would be really, really pleased and really, really happy. And maybe some of those Nintendo Directs might be happening a little more often and, a little more exciting. We need the costumes back. We need someone to dress up like a fool and have a bit of fun. But it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing that Nintendo did. And yeah, it's just beautiful. So that's the NNN Show, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.